Hello, this is Easy Auto. Coming to you this weekend out in the backyard once again. Customer brings me a 2016 Chevy Cruze 4-cylinder. Complaining of it misfiring, check engine light flashing. So I'm trying to get set up better to take better videos, but you know what I'm working with is some old stuff. I've got the old Modus. I just set it up. Didn't want to have to try to do all this on video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first of all scan the system and see if we can come up with anything, any codes. They told me they had erased them, so we're going to have to check that out. I moved it into the backyard this morning and I didn't have no check engine light to speak of, and I really couldn't feel a misfire. So we're gonna have to check things out, see what we can do. Not sure on which direction we're gonna go with figuring this out yet, but we'll see what we can do. I'm fixing to get in the car. I got you on the screen here. Let me see if I can get you set up. Pause you for a minute. Alright, I'm hoping this is gonna come through. My old Modus only goes up to 2015, so I'm a year behind this, so we're just gonna have to use a global OBD2 here and see if we can't scan this thing, and maybe it'll have a history code, something that we can look at. Anyways, we'll get started. Hope this video turns out okay. I hope you can hear me from over here. Let's see, so first thing we're gonna do, let's see, my cord's long enough and get over here. Okay, looks like I gotta add key 20. Let's see, let's go to first thing. Let's try to see what our trouble codes are, if we got any. Damn, excuse my language. I don't like it when people erase the codes. That makes something a little bit more difficult. Well, that's alright, we can do other things, I reckon. Probably no freeze frame data because that's been erased too. Yeah, okay. Okay. See if we got. Let's see, can we display any permanent trouble codes? No, none there neither. You know, this is real life stuff that we go through, you know, trying to figure these things out. So we'll just have to start it up and see if we can't find some current data here and see what's going on. Okay. Our short-term, long-term fuel trim. Right now it ain't the worst, no doubt about it. We'll see if it changes. We got a total of 3. It's changing a little bit. Maybe when it warms up some. It seems to be, trying to take some fuel away with this long term. And I do smell the exhaust. Well, I can definitely feel a misfire in this. Okay, look here, my long term went to 10, 11, so it's trying to recalculate here, and probably won't be long. I can just feel that engine shuddering. I don't have any, let me see, I don't believe I have any misfire data on this global OBD2. No. So let me see if I can get out of this. Parameters. Let's try water monitor. Sensor. Oh, here we go. Look at this. Let's see if we can find a misfire right here. Misfire monitor and cycle. Okay, here's our min max. This is cylinder 1. Counts. Alright, this could be valuable. Let's go to cylinder 2. See what we got. Value, min max. Counts value 0, 0. Alright, let's see if we can go to cylinder 3. saying passed. Well, hopefully cylinder 4's got something going on. Oh yeah, there it is. Cylinder 4 counts 983 misfires. I'm betting that is probably going to be more than likely the one we're going to go after. Cylinder 4, huh? Let's see how our... Yeah, I smell that exhaust really bad. Cylinder 1 again, cylinder 2, cylinder 3, go back to cylinder 4. Let's see if it changes how many misfires. Had like 889, I think. Look, it's already up to 983. So every time I get out of this and get back into it, we're going to see that the number 4 cylinder data number 4 here is, this value number is going to climb. That's the misfires. Let's see, I get back in it and it's probably going to come up. Yeah, I'll have to, maybe if I click on one of these, let it reset for a minute, we can come back to it. But more than likely it's going to just keep climbing. It ain't climbed yet, but it will. For right now, that was 983. We're going to get out of this at the moment. And we're going to go back to current data. And I just want to look at my fuel trims. Oh yeah, my long terms already jumped up to 14 at an idle here. My sensor 1 looks like it's stuck at 745. This should be jumping up and down. Oh, hang on. And it's really wanting to. Okay, that's my closure sensor. It is switching, but it just seems like it's switching awful slow to me. Now, hang on a minute. Well, it's showing me a positive fuel trim on my long term. Total about 11. I don't know if I got to check engine light yet or not. Give me a moment. I'm going to rev it up and see if I can get these O2s to bounce more. Okay. Hopefully y'all could see that I was able to drive my O2s up and down, make sure they was fluctuating. Gonna have to pause you for a minute and take a break. Hang on. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get out of this again, and we are gonna go back to our display parameters and see how many misfires we got detected on that cylinder for now. I think it was like 989 the last time we checked, something like that. Oh, 983. Okay, that's interesting. But I figured for sure it would have moved up some more by now. Now I did go under here. Let's go take a look. I'm going to take you with me. Go look at the engine. Somebody has been into this before. I'll take it off. And we got one long coil pack here. As you can see, a bolt's missing. I mean, it's true, we could have a spark misfire, or we could have a lean misfire from maybe a vacuum leak. Maybe it closed up. It is adding fuel when I figured it would actually be taking fuel away from the misfire, but something we got to think about here. How do we want to address the problem now? You know, one of the reasons I do this is because I love to play with my cool tools, you know, and this having all four integrated into the coil itself might be difficult for me to actually test the coil. Like our friend says on Scanner Danner, Mr. Paul Danner, you know, we don't want to be a parts changer, because that sucks, you know. It definitely, you know, if you're an honest car shop, you know, it's going to cost yourself money. If you're not, you're throwing it on the customer, and that ain't right. So we want to be real careful on what we call the problem. Anyways, I'm going to think about it and get back with you. Be back in a few seconds. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to exit out of this one more time. Let's just get into the collecting data from cylinder 1 here. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in the car, and I am going to put it in gear and give it a little brake torque, and we're going to see if we can make it misfire on that cylinder 4 some more. I believe the count was 983, and we're going to try to make it go up some more. Let's get out of this. Let's go back to cylinder number 4 and see if any results changed. 983, it didn't. don't like that it didn't. I'm not quite understanding why we're only getting to 983. I know we got a misfire there. That's a fact. We shouldn't have. Now the other problem is if it has a vacuum leak, which it could have. We warmed it up and it could have sealed it off on that intake. So we'll think about this. Let me see and get out of that. Let's try it one more time. See if anything's changed. Sometimes it takes a minute for these. No, okay. So now we got to think about exactly where it is and what we want to do to find it. Okay, we're gonna try this. We got us a spray bottle full of water. Won't hurt nothing. What we're gonna do is we're gonna spray down here on this intake and just see. Oh yeah. Somewhere. Really seemed like I made it misfire more. Let's look and see if we can see anything. Check the number 3. Number 2. It's not showing me nothing here, but just showing me that. Let's get out of this. See if we got any pending codes or anything going yet. No. That's why you just don't erase the codes. It's like I can hear that thing missing. Keeping a check on our temperature while we're doing this too. O2 voltage. See if we can request control on board. It might do it. Not supported by controllers. Like I said, this is a 2016. Mine only goes up to 2015. I need to get me an updated. Hoping to end up with a Verus Pro or a Verus Edge. Would be nice. Pretty expensive though. These tools definitely ain't cheap. Display permanent trouble codes. We got any permanents? No, I didn't think so. Check engine light ain't on, so of course not. Test parameters. I'd really like to, get a code out of it. I'm sure it's more than likely gonna be a misfire code. I mean, they already told me that they see the check engine light flashing. That's definitely a misfire. So let me think about this a little longer. Okay, I'm gonna spray it right in here on the, oh yeah, oh wow. I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully. Let's see if I can get a good shot of this. We just found it. Right behind that oil cap. There it is. Look at that coil just blowing up on it. Just blowing up. I don't know what's going on, but that's definitely not good. Let's stop this, and I'm going to take that off, and we're going to see what's under there. Alright, I mean, as you've seen, we didn't have to have a lab scope. Really didn't even have to have OBD2. But it can definitely give you a direction of where to go. If you don't know, I mean, it's fun to just do it. This thing was just hammering, arcing off bad. Look in here. Let's see. See that? I don't know if you can. Let's see. If you Let me look in the right line. Get all that corrosion all over it. And if you look in there real close, you can see the spring has been out of place. And you can see right here, that thing is hot. Let me lay it down. You can see right here, this is actually the spring popping out from the side of it, where it's just not making no connection. So it's just grounding off. On the engine. I doubt it hurt the coil any. It might have. It's very possible, a very real thing, with it shorting out like that. But seeing as how we was getting a pretty daggum strong spark, I think we might just try to fix this and see what happens. Go from there. I'm gonna take it off there and see what I can do. I'll be back with you shortly. Just thought I'd show you what I found. I just pulled that off of there, and man, is it corroded in there. I'm not sure if I want to try to use that or not. Clean it up and put it back together. Well, it looks pretty bad. I'll have to get my flashlight out and look inside that coil, see what's going on. Okay, here we go. Where it was pushing out the side of that, I just pushed on it a little bit and it finished splitting. So at the very least, we're gonna have to get some new boots for it. So anyways, I'm gonna call the parts store and figure this out. Let's see here. That was a bummer. Hang on. Alright, part 2, Chevy Cruze 2016 LT. The fix. Messed up earlier on my camera. It stopped everything. I'm not a video editor, anything like that. Don't know much about it. But anyways, we do know how to fix vehicles. Okay, situation is, I called all the parts stores around. They could not get me just a single boot for this Chevy Cruze. You know, it's out of stock. Actually, probably never had it in stock. But I need something, so I went down there, AutoZone, and actually found me a boot that was a little bit longer. So I just took it, matched it up, cut the end off of it. The spring was different, so I actually used my old spring, cleaned it up, put it back in the new boot, and here we are going to put things back together and test it, see if we can't get it fixed, see if everything's right on. I believe it'll work absolutely fine. Here we go. Here's my new boot. It is a little bit different, but it's pretty much the same. And what happened is a little bit of update. I'm sure you realized in the other video is that somebody had actually replaced these spark plugs before. You had seen that a bolt was missing, and when they put it back on, they just didn't get the boots back on there straight. So I already put dielectrical grease in this, and now we're going to put it back together and, you know, give it the water spray test everything out, and make sure it's doing good and going back to normal. You know, I don't see, you know, spending 130 to 300 bucks on a whole coil, you know, for something that we can fix without an issue, I believe. So anyways, this is for the DIYs out there who like to play with tools and have fun. You know, this is not my main job at the moment. I am trying to buy a shop, hopefully, in time I'll be able to open up and we can have a lot more videos. For now, it's just me playing in the backyard. You know, and another thing is when you take these off, just go ahead and unplug this. Pull this purple tab back and hit your button. It'll unplug easy, because if you try not to, what happens is you put it on like this and then it don't want to line up. And that's more than likely what happened. I don't know, but we're gonna give it a shot and see if we can't get this lined out. So we had a bolt here. I'm gonna see if I can find another bolt for this. I don't know. Might well. Oh, what's this? What is this? No, that's a stick. I was hoping maybe that they put the bolts up here in the top like I did and just lost it up here, but yeah, no luck. So I'm gonna pause you for a minute and I'm gonna see if I can't find another bolt. I don't know if I have one or not, but we'll see. Okay, I believe I did find the right size bolt, but the problem is it gonna be long enough? It might be. We'll find out. Oh, no, that just slid right down in there, no problem. Sorry about the wait there, guys. I should have paused it, I guess, for a minute. And I think what I'm going to do, I really need to find another bolt for this. But, I mean, because you don't want it loose on there. I mean, this will hold it down. But it would be nice to have another one there. It was there for a purpose, you know. And just, I mean, yeah, it's tight. So it shouldn't be an issue, but dadgummit, I like to keep things factory, you know. That's the way my mentors taught me, was to try to put everything back factory. So, kind of just looking around, seeing if maybe I could see the bolt, maybe, hoping. No luck though. Pause you for a minute. I'm going to look around for a bolt. Well, no luck on the bolt at the moment. I mean, it's in there tight. It ain't going nowhere. So we're going to go ahead and get this thing fired up and do some quick test on it. Make sure everything's going to go good. And, you know, I guess send it on down the road. There was a couple more things I really wanted to do, but I didn't. Let me see here if I can get you zoomed in on this. Sorry about the glare, it's not the greatest. Doing the best I can with it. I'm gonna turn on the key. I'm gonna try to erase all the data again and see if we can't make sure this thing don't misfire and send it on down the road. Okay, I'm back here. We're gonna let's go back to this and see if I cleared that out or not. See if it cleared. I'm not sure if it cleared or if it'll have to clear on its own. We'll find out right now. Okay, it did clear out. So, misfires, current drive cycle. Okay. Well, we're on the right track here. Let me see here. Hopefully that fixed it. We'll find out in a minute when I start spraying it down with water. That may or may not have done it. I believe it would. I don't see why it wouldn't unless there's a problem with the coil itself. We're going to find out. Well, you can see our short-term and long-term. Of course, when I reset it, it's gonna do that and start recalculating everything. Let's see. Okay, so now you can see our bank one, sensor one. Voltage is definitely bouncing back and forth a heck of a lot better now. So let's go spray some water on this thing and see if we can make it misfire. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's still misfiring. We're definitely gonna need a coil. Well, that's a bummer. we tried to do a cheap fix, and well, it didn't pay off. But oh well, that's the way it goes sometimes. We thought maybe we could just replace a coil boot, and we couldn't. So that's just the way life goes sometimes. You know, like I've said before, let's see here, hopefully you can see me now. Like I said before, here at Easy Auto, I mean, we know what the problem is. We just gotta fix it. Sometimes life ain't so easy at Easy Auto. But good news is we did figure out what the problem is. Now we're just gonna have to order in a new coil for it. Alright, thanks. We'll get a part 3, I guess. This will be part 2. Part 3 will be after I get the new coil. Alright, thanks for watching. Alright, here's the situation. I think this might be part 4 now. I don't know. 2016 Chevy Cruze, misfire detected. No codes because they had been erased. We figured out that it was the coil shorting out on number 4 cylinder. When I called the parts store earlier, they did not have a coil in stock. They told me for a 2016 Cruze. So I decided to look online, see what I could find. And online it said 2011 to 2016. So I called the parts store back and tell them, hey, would you mind looking this up for 2011, 2012? Sure enough, they did, and this is what I came to find. Got the exact same coil. Yeah, they said it was for a 2012, but it's exactly the same. So that's something you can think about when you're ordering parts. They tell you it's out of stock. Maybe you could check other years, because more than likely they run that same engine for a while, and they just might not have it updated in their computer for that to fit. Anyways, this is, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but actually right here, that little gray speck is where it was firing out and actually hitting the cylinder. The bad part is, well, as you can see, the rest of these on this plastic is clean. You know, this number 4 cylinder, little tiny gray speck, you know, something you wouldn't actually notice most of the time, but that's actually where it was coming out of. So we're gonna replace this, redo our checks, and hopefully get to send it down the road. Earlier, of course, it had me thinking that it was the boot, because if you remember, let me see if I can find it, the boot was disformed from somebody changing the spark plugs and not getting it on there right. And when I had touched it, it just, that's really soft right there, it just went ahead and split. So anyways, I tried the boot, it didn't work. I mean, best I could do on that situation. Yeah, so I got a $4 loss there. I'm not gonna cry over it, no big deal. But that's why you check things over and over again, make sure it's right. So we're gonna reinstall this, brand new. I did actually, let's see, go get a couple of new screws to hold it down with. They had, couldn't find it in the Torx head, and that's okay. It don't have to be a Torx head, but, and these are Phillips, because it don't take much to hold this down, but I wanted 2 of them in it, so that's what we're gonna do. Had to travel all over town finding a metric bolt for it. Oops. Come on, don't do this to me. Okay, cameras are not my friend. Let's see. I'm trying to get you set up here so you can see everything, what's going on. I'll be right back. Alright, now we're going to install this. It's already got a little bit of lube there for the spark plugs in there. So we can just go ahead and put this on. Yeah, that felt pretty good. Go ahead and put our bolts back in. Give it an even torque here. They don't, like I said, they don't take much. But there we go. Plug this back in. That clip back on. We'll be back in a minute. Alright, we're going to start it up and see what happens here. Alright, so now we are going to try the test again and make sure that this cures the problem. Alright, no more sparking, no more arcing. Alright, let's get you set back up on my video screen. Let's see if we can see anything here. Alright, here we are. Part 5. I'm just going over the fuel trims and the O2 sensor voltage. Okay, right here we got the sensor voltage, bank 1, sensor 1. We're watching it go up, down, fluctuate. Sensor 2, watching it fluctuate. So now it's not just trying to hold high, you know, it's dropping down quite regularly, which what it should be doing. Let's see, our short-term, long-term fuel trim. And of course it's relearning itself right now. In acceptable range. Now we'll go ahead and get out of this. Let's check our trouble codes, make sure we didn't set nothing. Nope. Okay. Let's go check for misfires on our cylinders. Might as well go through all of them. I hope y'all can see that board. Yeah, okay. Then we got, yeah. Yeah, 0. You know, I'm sure it had to clean that fuel right off of that spark plug. Speaking of fuel, the exhaust smells clean now. It ain't smelling like it's just burning rich. That's a number 3 cylinder, I believe. Yeah, that was number 3. Number 4. Says it has 54. Oh, that's on the. Okay, that was on the last. Misfires on the last 10 drive cycles. Misfires on the current drive cycle, 0. That's exactly what we want to see. Alright, very good then. And this is a fix from Easy Auto, 2016 Chevy Cruze misfire. You know, the only thing I can really say about this is when you're installing spark plugs on these, you just make sure you unplug this. That way you can take it straight up, straight down with it. I hope this was helpful to somebody. And anyways, enjoyed shooting this video. Easy Auto, where life ain't always easy. Have a good day.